Okay, I'm going to summarise this question from Tim Novid. It's quite a complicated, long question, but simply they're asking, did I have any long-term psychological or physical effects from my time in the forest? The answer would be physical effects, yes. Psychological effects, yes, but probably not the way most people would think. Okay, I'll address the physical first. I became very ill in the forest, and I talk about that in the TED Talk, but I also talk about it in depth in the book as well. And when I left the forest, I mean, physically, I needed a walking stick to walk. I was emaciated, 41.5 kilos I was, and I was very sick, very, very sick. So the long-term effects of that sickness is, well, I do get arthritis, but I'm probably healthier today than I've ever been. So although there were negative impacts on my physical well-being, I've managed to overcome those, and even with the arthritis that I have and a lot of scars, I have a lot of scars on my body, I'm the healthiest I've ever been in terms of physical. As for the psychological, there's a term called neuroplasticity, and I believe that I'm a really good example of how neuroplasticity works, and I'll just explain that a little bit. When I came out of the forest, my ability to recall short term was very bad. I mean, I could be having a conversation with somebody, and by the time they got to the end of the sentence, I forgot what the beginning was. Now, you could tell me 2 or 3 numbers, you could say 793, and then ask me if I remembered them, and by the time you'd finished asking me the question, I'd forgotten what the numbers were. But I could think deeply, but I just couldn't remember conversations, short-term conversations. Today, and this is where that neuroplasticity comes in, the argument is that I've created new pathways within my brain, and and the old damaged pathways I don't use anymore. So in the creation of those new pathways, I have great recall. I can remember numbers, I can remember quotes verbatim. I have quite a good memory today. And a part of that is because I no longer live in trauma. I've dealt with a lot of that trauma. I've come to terms with a lot of that trauma. That trauma doesn't impact me today. Today I enjoy my life. And because I enjoy my life and I've been able to recreate those pathways, it's a great life.